Good evening and welcome to the April 27th meeting of the Lowell License Commission. Secretary Payas, was the meeting posted?
It was.
Carry on.
Commission Chair Dakota.
Here.
Commissioner Donahue.
Here.
Commissioner Krieger.
Here.
Commissioner Howe.
Here.
Commissioner Chan.
Here.
5 present. 0th is the acceptance of the April 14th, 2022 minutes.
Approval by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Next on the agenda.
Public hearing on the application by Hot Pot District LLC doing business as Hot Pot. Vicky Nien, proposed license manager for a new all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license and new common vittler and entertainment licenses for premises at 135 Middlesex Street, Unit 5.
Good evening, Councilor. State your name for the record.
Attorney Michael Zame, representing the Hot Pot District LLC.
Is your mic on, Mike? Is it on?
Test. The green light's on.
All right. There you go. Good enough.
Okay. The proposed manager of record is just pulling up now.
Okay.
If you want to do a second call for us, or...
Yeah. We'll take the next one on the agenda.
Perfect.
Have a seat.
Thanks so much.
You got it.
Application by James O'Hearn for Pollard Memorial Library Foundation for a special one-day license to sell, dispense wines and malt beverages only for a Meet the Author Night event to be held on Wednesday, May 18th, 2022 from 6 to 8 p.m. in Memorial Hall at the Pollard Memorial Library, 401 Merrimack Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record, please.
Good evening, James O'Hearn.
How are you, James?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Things well?
Very well.
Good. Tell us about your event.
So the event, this is our 16th annual event. We've been virtual the last 2 years, so we're excited to be back in person next door at the library. We've got author Jamie Ford coming to speak on Wednesday, May 18th.
Very good. Note here on the agenda, no liquor liability yet. Has that been taken care of?
Yes,
It has been.
through our catering. Yep.
Secretary Pius, all set? Very well. Questions or comments from Mr. O'Hearn? Commissioner Krieger.
I missed it. Who's the author coming?
Jamie Ford.
Gene Forward?
Jamie Ford, yeah. His big book was Hotel on the Corner, Bitter and Sweet,
Oh, okay.
New York Times bestseller.
Didn't you read that twice? Or?
No, I was reading Jack Kerouac last month and stalled out, so I need to redouble my effort.
We'd be happy to get you a copy, Commissioner.
Motion on the floor by Commissioner Donahue, seconded by Commissioner Chan. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. You're all set, James.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good event.
Application by Yunju Choi, Director, Coalition for a Better Acre, for a special one-day license to sell dispense wines and malt beverages only for the 6 Degrees of the Acre fundraiser, event to be held on Thursday, May 30th, 2022, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at St. Patrick's Church, 282 Suffolk Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Yunju Che.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Tell us about your event.
So, did you say May 30th? It should be June 30th?
Sorry.
Yes. Thank you. So, 6 Degrees of the Acre is CBA's annual fundraiser. And so, we normally try to have an event in the Acre because CBA came from the Acre, and we do a majority of our work in the Acre, and it's an opportunity to raise some funds to provide all the programs and services that we do.
Very well. How many people do you expect at your event?
We're hoping 250 in person. I'm being, I
good.
think, ambitious, especially with COVID. We're really not sure how many people will show up, but we do have outdoor space as well as an indoor space.
How many bartenders do you plan on having?
We plan to have 4 bartenders.
Are they tip certified?
They will be, yes.
They all will be.
Yes.
Okay. Questions or comments at this point from the board? Move approved by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner Donahue. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Hope you
very
have a great event.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Application by Jacqueline Peltier for a special one-day license to sell dispense malt beverages and wines for the Project Learn fundraiser on Wednesday, May 11th, 2022, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Middlesex Community College Courtyard, behind the building at 33 Carnegie Square.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Jacqueline Pelletier.
How are you, Jacqueline?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good. Tell us about your event.
So it is a Project Learn fundraiser. I'm not affiliated with Project Learn. I own Fuse Bistro with my husband. So they asked us to do the bar service there. So they'll be, paying us for those services. It's going from 5:30 to 7:30 is the beverage service. I plan on having 2 bartenders on staff and myself as the manager. And all of us are tip certified.
So basically, Project Learn subcontracted Fuse Bistro to
Yep.
they handle that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I understand. All right. Questions or comment from Ms. Pelletier? Move approval by Commissioner Howe, seconded by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Jacqueline?
Thank
Know your good job. How's your husband doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah, tell him we said hi, all right?
I will, yes.
All
Thank
right.
you
Good
so
luck with
much.
your business as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Do we see
We'll
Michael
let
Sam?
Kerry speak for half an hour and then.
Okay, that sounds good. Alcohol beverages regulations for licenses issued by the Lowell License Commission. Discussion regarding promoter licensing.
Secretary Pius, you have the floor.
I have the floor.
Sure, why not?
Carrie Janess is here to provide some feedback regarding the language for the license.
I just want to put him on the hot seat a little bit, Kerry, that's all. You don't have a mic? Really?
Here you go. You sure?
Where are they?
Commissioner.
No mic?
They're just coming out of the woodwork.
There we go, no problem. Thank you,
Wait, Mike.
appreciate it.
Good
How are you,
evening.
Carrie?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you all.
All right.
Especially in person. And
Yeah, it's good.
It's been a long, long road.
So give us a
um,
summation here, what's going to happen there.
So my understanding is that the commission wanted to tighten up the promoter license regulations a bit to make it more transparent what activities were being addressed by it and what weren't. So, so we wrote something up in the law department that basically clarified that what a promoter is someone who's paid by a licensee. It's not, a kid handing out flyers on the street or, me posting, oh, my band is playing at Warp and Weft tonight. It's, somebody who's paid in some way by direct compensation or percentage of the door or revenues. My understanding is that the commission also wanted to target larger events. That's harder because, I wrote draft language saying a third party contracted to promote a special event that is expected to attract a large number of patrons. The issue is, anyone could say, oh, I had no idea so many people were going to show up, and then not, have a defense to not having gotten a promoter's license. So, but I did put that in the draft regs just because it was the wish of the commission.
So when we have all these DJs and everything, Kerry, and they're promoting their wares, so the people want to go see them, not necessarily at a certain place. How does the commission construe that? I mean, how do we differentiate that from, because he is getting paid, I mean, or are we just,
I mean,
are we going in a gray area here that,
it's tough, right? Because the First Amendment says you can't have different regulations based on who is there and what is being said. So, like I said, the way that I drafted it that I think is constitutionally okay is, if someone's being paid directly and/or is getting a percentage of revenue. So if there's a third party who has a financial interest versus they're just getting paid by the bar to perform services. But if they're getting paid by the bar to promote the event, then that's when the promoter license kicks in. And again, it's not saying anyone can't do that. It just means they have to come to the commission first. My understanding is that the promoter's license does not have a fee. Is that correct, Secretary Pyers?
Sorry?
That the promoter license doesn't have a fee associated with it?
No, it doesn't.
So, I feel like it's a not burdensome thing to ask, is that they just come in advance.
so if I have an event and I want to pay them under the table? Sorry to be so.
No, I mean, that's, we have to think about the edge cases. I mean, that's kind of what I do all day, really, and what Attorney Howe also does all day. But, right, I mean, we're not going to capture everything. I think what this is, my understanding is what the original promoter language is intended to do is to just kind of get a heads up before large events that are coming into the city that are likely to attract a large number of people. Obviously, every establishment has a certificate of occupancy that says how many people can be there at one moment in time. If they exceed that, then we have other regulations that take care of that. But this is intended to give a heads up.
Understood. You have the draft written, is that what you did?
Yes. Oh, did you not?
You did?
Yep.
I'm sorry, I did not.
Do you want me to read it?
I have an extra copy.
Oh, you do? I'd love to have it. Thank you. Thanks, Scott.
That's the original, that's the red line, and then that's...
Oh, okay, yep. I'm just going, perusing through this real quickly. Any questions or comments from Ms. Janess while
I think what we were looking for were two things. One, notifying public safety of any larger crowds that will be coming in. And number two, putting the onus on the owners to just let the city know what's going on. And I think what you've done is getting that done without getting into the weeds on law. Just let us know what you're doing and we'll be happy,
Right, and...
hopefully.
Right, and that's the intent, is to, again, it's, it's changed so that the onus is on the bar, not the promoter, because
Right.
at the end of the day, the bar is the one that controls who's in their establishment. So they're the ones who should have to come to the commission, and they're the ones who are obligated by the fact of holding a license to abide by the laws and regulations of the License Commission.
Yep, makes sense. Got it.
But I'm happy to make any, I left a placeholder for the number of people. As I said, my personal preference would not to be regulating, a large crowd, because it's a nebulous figure and it's easy to evade. But I put that in there because I know that was something that had been talked about.
No, appreciate your effort. Thank you very much. I think Commissioner Donahue, is that pretty much your intent? Very well. Any other questions or comments? Commissioner Howe?
I have a question. So are you saying it's in our purview to charge a fee for this? Not that I'm advocating for this with what the bars have gone through lately, but it's up to us?
Yes, it would be. If you wanted to have any kind of, a nominal fee or any kind of a fee for the promoter's license, you certainly could.
All right. I'm against that, but okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Right, it's good to know.
Very good. Kerry, thanks.
Sure.
Appreciate it. All right. Next on the agenda, please.
Next on the agenda is review and discussion of the continuation of temporary outdoor seating and the takeaway delivery of alcohol by on-premises licensees, and updates from City Council if necessary.
I think we're all set. We did get correspondence from you this week, John.
Yep.
So I think we're good on that. And I think we can
Everything's
go back to
covered.
number 1 on the agenda.
Okay. Number 1 on the agenda is public hearing on the application by Hot Pot District LLC, doing business as Hot Pot, Vicky Nien, proposed license manager for a new all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license and new common vittler and entertainment licenses for premises at 135 Middlesex Street, Unit 5.
Good evening once again. Attorney Zame,
Good evening.
floor is yours, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, fellow commissioners, Attorney Janess. My name is Attorney Michael Zame. I'm here with the Hot Pot District LLC. The principals of that being Vin Lee is here to my right. We have Tony Quinn here and her daughter Vicky. Long Tran, who had a family emergency. He is the 4th partner in this. He had a family emergency and had to go back to Vietnam. Some of you may be familiar with him. He's the current owner of the Viet Thai restaurant across the street.
Oh, okay.
And that's where the food expertise is going to come in over at the Hot Pot District. The 4 people, very excited, very diverse business backgrounds, have a plan for this spot. I'll let Vin tell you, because I don't do the description of what's going to be served justice.
Good evening. How you guys doing?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm all right. So basically, Hot Pot is we're trying to bring the authentic Chinese hot pot into the city of Lowell. It's very popular back and down in Boston, and everybody's over here is very excited for the hot pot. What you do is you just have the whole pot, and then mix like a bunch of food together. Meats, seafood, whatever you like. So we want to bring that into the city of Lowell and make it more different, diverse of food and everything for here. And you guys have any questions with like how everything should be run or anything like that at all?
No, it's great to see somebody in the old Garcia Brogan's facility. It's a great spot. And so capacity-wise, Mike, what are we talking about here? And
It looks to be from and again, part of your package has the lease and the diagram and the capacity, and I believe it's at 285.
285.
Is what I believe it is. Just on a side note, is that this, we had to notify that we got the list from the assessor's office, and there were 93 abutters that we had to notify. And when
I know I kept on scrolling this morning.
yeah, so it was, I get to my office and the flashing light is on for the messages, and I had 19 messages. And I was like, this can't be good. And I'm just overwhelmed at the amount of calls that I got saying, great idea, they can't wait, it's great. And even here tonight, just encountering 3 or 4 of the people who we counted here just are very excited about this. And I think these, all 4 people are very business smart. I think they're going to run a well-run operation over there. I think it's just what that little section of the city needs. That section's really starting to develop, and having nothing there looks terrible.
That's right.
You know, and for these people who are willing to invest a significant amount of money and the amount of time that they have put into this, you know, is countless hours trying to get this place up and running. So they're excited, and I think the city should be excited for this business to come into the city at a time when it's needed and in a place where it's needed.
Your client mentioned this is pretty hot in Boston. His experience has been in Boston as well, or is this something, your first venture into the restaurant business? Just move right up here.
Long chef, he's very experienced with like all the soup and everything like that. If you can try the Viet Thai restaurant, you can know. But he's pretty experienced with the hot pot.
Yep.
And we try to bring in like different ethnicity hot pot as well, because I know that the Cambodian, the Laos, they have the Daon Yahan. That we're gonna bring that into it as well. So we have.
You'll be the manager of record?
Manager of the record's gonna be Vicky.
All right, can you tell us about your background?
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good.
So my name's Vicky. I'll be the manager over at Hot Pot District. I've had about 12 years in restaurants, hotels, just in hospitality in general. So I've done almost about everything for front of the house, which includes hostess, server, bartender, everything, all that sort.
Okay. And this young lady?
Hello, my name is Tony Nguyen, and I will be one of the partner. And right now, I had a school in Chamford, and I running for 2 nail salon in Low. So actually, I just behind those people to help out. That's it.
Well, you know where to get your nails done, Martha. All right. Entertainment, Attorney Zane, are we looking at any type of entertainment during the weekends, or?
They do have, we did file an application for
Yep.
entertainment license, more so along the lines of music not over conversation level for dining purposes, but they are still planning on having certain types of music come in, but not like the amplified sound that you can't hear yourself talk. So it would be more of an accompaniment to what's going on in the restaurant part of the business versus a nightclub type, where you can't hear yourself.
In looking through the paperwork, we've made pretty good investment in this location, which is good to see. So, I mean, look definitely serious in making this venture successful. I think it's a great spot for you. I think the timing is perfect. I'll ask the commissioners if they have any questions for you at this time. Nope. Commissioner Howe?
I really appreciate you going there. It's near the courthouse, so I think hopefully you'll get a lot of business from there. Attorney Zane, will everyone be tip certified?
Yes. Vicky has, as she mentioned, a lot of experience, and if you look at the resume that we included as part of the common victular license, she has, a lot of experience in the bartending field. And one of the nice parts about having Vin Lee here today, Vin Lee has a liquor license in the city now, and the fact that none of you recognize him is a good sign, because he hasn't been here for any reason whatsoever in the time that he's owned the Loyal Lounge, which is at the corner of Merrimack and Kirk Street. It's on the corner. So it's the Gold Bar LLC. He's been over there for 3 years running a super business, has not had any issues and no reason to be before you. And again, taking that, he's willing to and wants to invest more in the city.
Thank you.
Commissioner Krieger?
Looking at the diagrams, I didn't think that I saw that included was, in the Garcia Brogan operation, there was a party room north of the bar. Is that going to be part of this, or is that going to be sealed off?
A party room?
North being towards the Merrimack River
Okay.
from the bar. I mean, you walk in, turn left, the bar, and then beyond the bar, there used to be a party room. Is that still there?
That room is part of the bar area. There's no separation, there's not a separate
Okay.
room set aside. I think you're talking about there's kind of almost like a square area that's off to behind the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they plan to have that as seating
okay.
for food service.
All right, and you've talked to the police about security activity around the area. You're feeling confident that this is a good, safe operation?
The operation they're gonna run, or the general area of
The operation they're gonna run.
the operation that they're gonna run?
I'm not responsible for the
No,
rest.
no, and I understand that. I'm confident in two things. I'm confident in the type of business people that that are bringing this to the city, and the experience that I know that they have in running the operation. I have no question in my mind that it'll be a safe environment. I also have plenty of faith in the police department and in making sure that the people who come to visit the restaurant will be more than safe. Having the police training center right next door doesn't hurt. So,
No questions.
Commissioner Chan.
Well, I don't have a question, but I'm quite sure, I'm very confident that you guys are going to do pretty well. I knew Long Tran for 33 years, okay, knew him pretty well. He's been in the restaurant business, and he's well respected. His food is amazing, and not just within the city of Lowell. I mean, you go to Florida, you talk about pho at Viet Thai. You heard about that in Florida too. It's the best. So yes, thank you.
thank you.
Well, you got a ringing endorsement from Commissioner Chan, so not so bad there. Any further comments or questions for Attorney Zane or his clients? Commissioner Krieger has made
Sorry, not to be a lawyer, but we didn't technically
Oh,
open the public hearing.
Why did
As long
you
as I'm
come,
here.
Kerry, why did you come here tonight? At this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anybody who'd like to speak in favor? In favor? In favor? Hearing no one, that portion of the public hearing is closed. Anybody like to speak in opposition? In opposition? In opposition? Hearing no one, that portion of the public hearing is closed. The wish of the body is motion by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Want to wish you the best of luck. I know it's a huge venture, and it's going to be a great asset to the city, so I want to wish you all the best of luck. Attorney Zane, nice job.
Thank you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I knew Kerry was here for something tonight, I just knew it. Motion by Commissioner Donahue, seconded by Commissioner Chan to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen, have a nice evening.
Are they here first?
Are you here for a reason?
Yes. They here to see us